Hello everyone, welcome to KRD Training Solutions. We are at session 3 of ratios and proportion. In this session, we will be discussing one of the important concepts of ratios, that is problems based on shares as well as partnership. This type of problems are very popular in competitive examinations, so don't skip any part and watch the video till the end. Let's enter into our first question now. A person divided rupees 10,800 among his 3 sons in the ratio 3:4:5. Second son kept rupees 1000 for himself, gave rupees 600 to his wife and divided the remaining money among his 2 daughters in the ratio 11:9. How much daughters received? Okay, see, a person gave 10,800 to his 3 sons in the ratio 3:4:5. So this 3:4:5 is nothing but the total amount divided ratio. For example, first son received 3 parts, second son received 4 parts and third son received 5 parts. Now 3 plus 4 plus 5, we totally have how many parts? 12 parts, right? So this 12 parts is nothing but 10,800 rupees. So if 12 parts is 10,800 rupees, one part will be 10,800 by 12, 900 rupees. Now the first son received 3 parts, second son received 4 parts and third son received 5 parts. We don't need to worry about the first son and third son because our problem continues with only second son. So second son received 4 parts, right? So if one part is 900, 4 part is 4 into 900, 3,600 rupees. So second son received 3,600 rupees. Out of 3,600 rupees, he kept rupees 1000 for himself. So out of 3,600 rupees, 1000 rupees gone. So remaining is only 2,600. So out of 2,600, he gave rupees 600 to his wife. Now he is left with only 2,000 rupees. Now again he divided this 2,000 rupees among his 2 daughters in the ratio 11:9. So totally 11 parts and 9 parts for first and second daughter, right? First daughter and second daughter in the ratio 11:9. So totally it's 20 parts, right? So this 20 parts is nothing but 2,000 rupees because he is dividing this 2,000 in the ratio 11:9. So which is nothing but 20 parts. So if 20 parts is 2,000, one part will be 100 rupees. Right, so the first daughter would have received 1100, that is 1100, and second daughter received 900 rupees. So in this ratio he have divided the amount among these 2 daughters, so which is 11,100 and 900 rupees. Hope you understood the problem, right? Moving to our second question. If an amount of rupees 1,50,000 is shared among A, B and C in the ratio 2:3:5, then A receives the same amount as he would receive if another sum of money is shared between A, B and C in the ratio 5:3:2. The ratio of rupees 1,50,000 to the second amount is dash. Second amount of money is dash. So here 1,50,000 is divided among A, B and C in the ratio 2:3:5. So A received 2 parts, B received 3 parts and C received 5 parts. So totally it is 2 plus 3 plus 5, 10 parts. So this 10 parts is nothing but 1,50,000. So if 10 parts is 1,50,000, one part will be 15,000 rupees. Now A received 2 parts, right? Out of 1,50,000, A received 2 parts. If one part is 15,000, 2 parts will be 30,000 rupees. Now we shall read the question one more time. A receives the same amount as he would receive if another sum of money is shared between A, B and C in the ratio 5:3:2. Now A, B and C is receiving another sum of money in the ratio 5:3:2x, where this A is receiving the same money as he received in first part. So here it is 30,000 rupees. So this 30,000 rupees here is 5 parts. So if 5 parts is 30,000 in second case, one part will be 30,000 by 5. So 30,000 by 5 is nothing but 6,000 rupees. So if one part is 6,000, what we exactly need to find? The ratio of rupees 1,50,000 to the second amount of total second amount of money is dash, right? So total second parts is how many parts? So 5, 3, 2, totally 10 parts. If one part is 6,000, 10 parts will be 60,000. So second amount of money is 60,000 and first amount of money is 1,50,000 rupees. Now we have to find the ratio, right? So when you find the ratio, you get 0 and 0 cancel. So 5:2 in third table. So this becomes our answer. Hope you understood the problem, right? So here you need a good understanding on the question so that you can easily answer the problems based on that. Now moving to our third question. A man distributes rupees 1,65,000 among his daughter, wife and son in such a manner that half of daughter's share, 1/4 of wife's share and 1/5 of son's share are equal. Find the daughter's share. So these type of problems are crucial where you need more observation. So we totally have 1,65,000. So this man is distributing 1,65,000 among daughter, wife and son. So here it is given half of daughter's share, half of daughter's share is equal to 1/4 of wife's share is equal to 1/5 of son's share. So all the numbers are equal. So here we have to add a proportionality constant. The same we discussed in session 1 of ratios and proportion, right? So we can make the proportionality constant as k. For an example, we are keeping the variable k because all the numbers are equal, right? Half of daughter's share and 1/4 of wife's share and 1/5 of son's share are equal. So we are making it as a proportionality constant. Now half of daughter's share is equal to k. So we can say k equal to 2d. D equal to 2k. D equal to 2k. And W equal to 4k. And S equal to 5k. So daughter, wife and son. So 2k is to 4k is to 5k. Now we can cancel this proportionality constant. So when you cancel the proportionality constant, we got the ratio of shares between daughter, wife and son in 2:4:5 ratio. So 2x is to 4x is to 5x. So totally we have how many parts? 2 plus 4 plus 5. So totally we have 11 parts. So this 11 parts is nothing but 1,65,000 rupees. So if 11 parts is 1,65,000 rupees, one part will be 15,000 rupees. Now we have to find the share of daughter. So share of daughter is how many parts? See, we found D equal to 2k. So this becomes daughter and 4k is wife and 5k is son. So we have to find the share of daughter. So 2 into 15,000 we get 30,000 rupees. So 30,000 rupees is nothing but share of the daughter. Hope you understood the problem, right? Moving to our fourth question. A sum of money is divided among A, B, C and D in the ratio 3:4:9:10 respectively. If the share of C is rupees 2,580 more than the share of B, then what is total amount of A and D together? So this problem is quite simple. We have ratio of 4 persons A, B, C and D. A, B, C and D. So ratio of shares of A, B, C and D is 3 parts is to 4 parts, 9 parts and 10 parts. In question it is clearly given if the share of C is rupees 2,580 more than the share of B. So share of C is 2,580 rupees more than share of B. So share of C is how many parts more than share of B? 9 minus 4, it is 5 parts. So we can simply say this 5 parts is 2,580. If 5 parts is 2,580, one part will be 516 rupees. So if one part is 516 rupees, we have to find the total amount of A and D together. See, the total share parts of A and D together is, the total share of A and D together is 3 plus 10, 13 parts. So if one part is 516, 13 parts will be 13 into 516. So 13 into 516 we get 6708 rupees. So 6708 rupees is the total amount of A and D together. Hope you understood the problem, right? Moving to our fifth question of the session. Albert started a business investing rupees 45,000. After 3 months, Gilbert joined him with a capital of 60,000. After another 6 months, Gemini joined them with a capital of 90,000. At the end of the year, they made a profit of 16,500. Find the share of each. Now listen to the question carefully. Albert, Gilbert and Gemini, all the 3 persons are running the business for 1 year, because in question it is clearly given at the end of the year they made the profit of 16,500. But these people invested the money in different time intervals. Based on the investment only we can divide this profit. Now Albert started the business with 45,000 rupees and he is leaving this 45,000 rupees for complete 12 months. After 3 months, Gilbert joined him with a capital of 60,000 rupees. Now Gilbert is joining the business with 60,000 rupees after 3 months of Albert's initiation of business. So it's remaining 9 months. So Gilbert's investment is used in the business only for 9 months. After another 6 months, Gemini joined them with a capital of 90,000 rupees. So Gemini invested 90,000 rupees after 6 months of Gilbert's joining. So after 6 months, in the sense, out of 9 months, this 6 month is spent by Gemini without investment. So for remaining last 3 months, Gemini's 90,000 rupees is used in the business. So Albert's investment is 45,000 for 12 months and Gilbert's investment is 60,000 for 9 months and Gemini's investment is 90,000 for 3 months. See, based on this investment only, we are going to divide the profit 16,500. Now we can convert this investment into, that is, we can call this investment as a working capital, right? We can divide this working capital into ratios. We can reduce this working capital into ratios. So when we cancel this in 1000 table, 1000, 1000 and 1000. So in 30th table 3 times, in 30th table 4 times, in 30th table 6 times. So in 6th table 2 times, in 6th table 3 and 2, in 6th table 1 time. Okay, 3 into 2 6, 3 into 2 6, 3. So ratio of their investment is 2:2:1. So totally they have invested how many parts? 5 parts. So for these 5 parts, they have to divide the 16,500. So if 5 parts is 16,500, one part will be 3,300 rupees. Now we have to find the share of Albert, Gemini and Gilbert, right? Now Albert's investments is 2 part. So if one part is 3,300, 2 parts will be 6,600. For Gilbert also 2 parts, so which is 6,600. For Gemini, we have to give only 3,300. So we have to divide the 16,500 in the ratio 2:2:1 based on the investment. So Albert receives 6,600 and Gilbert also receive another 6,600 and Gemini will receive 3,300. So answer for the question is 6,600, 6,600 and 3,300. Hope you understood the problem, right? So this type of problem is really important in competitive examination. So please practice more problems on it. Now moving to our 6th question. A, B and C enter into partnership. A invests 3 times as much as B and B invests 2/3 of what C invests. At the end of the year, the profit earned is rupees 6,600. What is the share of B? We have 3 persons, A, B and C. See, A invests 3 times as much as B. So if B invested 1 parts, A's investment will be 3 parts, right? So before keeping the ratio of A and B, we shall keep the ratio of B and C. Now B invests 2/3 of what C invests. See, 2/3 of what C invests, in the sense, if C invests 3 parts, B will invest only 2/3 of C. That is, B will invest only 2 parts. Now we shall enter into our first statement. A invests 3 times as much as B. So A's investment will be 3 times B's investment. So if B's investment is 2 parts, A's investment will be 3 into 2, 6 parts. So A, B and C invested in the ratio 6:2:3. Hope you are clear with the ratio forming, right? So 6 plus 2 plus 3. We totally get how many parts? 11 parts. So this 11 parts is nothing but the profit 6,600. See, this is their investment ratio. Based on the investment only, we have to divide the profit. Now for this 11 parts, they are getting the profit. I mean, it's 6,600, right? For this 11 part, they get 6,600. For one part, they will get 600 rupees. Now we have to find the share of B, right? So share of B is 2 parts. So 2 into 600, we have to give 1,200 for B. Hope you understood the problem, right? Moving to our last question of the session. The ratio of investment of 2 partners A and B is 11:2. So A and B invested in the ratio 11:2 and the ratio of their profits is 2:3. If A invested the money for 8 months, then for how much time B invested his money? See, the concept is very simple. Based on the investment, we have to divide the profit. This is the basic concept beyond partnership. Now A and B invested in the ratio 11:12. A invested this money for 8 months. So A invested this 11 parts for 8 months. We have to find for how many months B invested his money. So we have to find for how many months B invested his money. So based on this investment, we can divide the total profit in the ratio 2:3. Now it's so simple, when you cross it you will get the answer. 3 and see x and x cancel, so 3 and 12 for 4 times, and for 2 times, and 2 and 2 cancel. So question mark equal to 11. So for 11 months B utilized his money in the business. Hope you understood the problem, right? So keep on practicing more problems on partnership so that you will be clear on the concept, right? Because it is more important in competitive examinations. So in upcoming session I have planned to upload some problem based on ages. Until that, stay connected with CareerD Training Solutions. And if you haven't subscribed our channel yet, please do give your subscription as well as share the video to your friends. Click the nearby bell icon to get instant notification and like the video. Please, if you have any doubt, don't hesitate to pass it on comment section below. I am always ready to reply your doubts. Thanks a lot for watching. Have a nice day.